Hi everyone, I am Anshika Khandelwal, a Humanitarians AI Fellow. In this demo, I am going to walk you through the complete financial intelligence system we have built in NNN. This is an enterprise grade workflow that collects financial news, applies AI powered sentiment analysis with FinBERT, calculate risk, store result in a Postgres database, as you can see here, and finally generates a daily intelligence reports and alert. So if you would like to see the FinBERT integration step-by-step setup of FinBERT with Hugging Face, you can check out my previous video. I'll link it in the description. So let's go to the workflow. Step 1. Here it's the company list. So this node defines the companies we want to track, for example, NVIDIA, AMD, TSM, along with their aliases like as you can see here, NVDA. We also assign a risk multiplier in case certain companies need more weight during the risk. Now let's go to the build query. This is our second step. So next we build the query payloads. This node loops through all 14 companies and create one API request per company, including form, language, page size, batch, as you can see this. So after this step, we have 14 clean queries ready to send. Now let's go to the data collection step. So here I am collecting data from multiple sources, NewsAPI key and the Google RSS. So as you can see, this is the HTTP request node. Here you can select the method as get and you can copy paste the URL like your news API key into the URL. And here you can specify the query parameters, whatever you want in the sort by like language, name and value. Okay, as you can see the result here. This is the HTTP request node for the RSS, as you can see the data. Also, this is the XML file. So we have connected the XML node here and we have converted this XML to JSON because I want the final result in the JSON. Now, next is the normalize step. This normalize cleans the text and generates a unique content hash to remove the duplicates. Finally, we merge everything, which gives us a clean set of unique data. So I have connected here the merge node and we have collected the data from the multiple sources which are coming. And here's the output as you can see. Here, if you select the merge node, select append and number of inputs too because there are news API and the RSS input. Let's move to the fourth step, which is our FinBERT integration. So each article is sent to the FinBERT model for financial sentiment analysis. Since I already covered the Hugging Face setup and the HTTP request configuration in detail in my previous video, I'll skip this step by step here and you can refer to the tutorial. Also, you can see the label as neutral, positive, and negative and the confidence score as well. So let's move to the risk calculator. This node applies our custom risk logic. Risk score is weighted by how negative the sentiment is. Risk level is categorized as minimum, as you can see, low, medium, or critical. Here you can see the medium, high, critical, low, and the minimal. Okay. We also track the dominant sentiment. This transforms FinBERT's raw outputs to actionable risk intelligence. Next is the PostgreSQL where we store the data. All enriched articles are inserted into a PostgreSQL database. We save sentiment scores, risk level, timestamp, and the URL, enabling historical and trend analysis. So here you have to connect this with the credential. As you can see, you can as well create the new credential as I have created. Give your database name, user is Postgres, and what are the minimum number of connections, and give the port. I have already created this credential and you can also give this list as like financial intelligence and what columns, what records you want in that. So I've already executed this step and you can see the result here. So next is the alert generator. So this node filters articles by risk level only medium, high, or critical. Okay, alerts and are passed forward for alerts. Next is the send email node. Here also you need to create the credential, as I have already created the SMTP account credential. Here, as you can see, you have to give the user password and host, and you can save it. Then you can give the operation as send. Then from which email ID you have to send this, you have to give this in the SMTP account also, this credential, and then to email, which email ID do you want to send it. So you can give it here. Email format as HTTP. As you can see, this financial intelligence alert, the summary has been given, the total articles which are analyzed, high risk alert and medium alerts. Now let's go to the daily generator node. So this code node, uh, finally, this is where we generate the daily intelligence report, which summarize total articles analyzed, risk distribution, and overall market sentiment and recommendation and next steps. So for example, in this, I have, let me check. For example, in this, we have analyzed 113 unique articles, which were analyzed with 100% categorized as low risk, so no alerts were triggered. And I have also got the email as 112. So here why we got 112 articles, because this is the normalized node which removed automatically the duplicated one using the content hash. So this was the end-to-end workflow for AI sentiment analysis, and that's the complete workflow. A real-world pipeline built with end-to-end, FinBERT, and Postgres. I have uploaded the workflow and documentation to GitHub. As you can go on Mycroft under end-to-end workflows, you can see the document here, and you can see the code and the description of this. Also, if you would like to connect with me, then you can just go to LinkedIn and type Anshika Khandelwal. Here is my LinkedIn. And feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn if you would like to discuss extensions like stock price or social sentiment analysis. So thanks for watching. See you in the next tutorial.